Okay, so I figured I'd do a 56-inch Harbor Freight toolbox review. I've had these boxes now, the bottom box for probably, I'd say 6 or 7 years, and the top box for probably about 2. And I see a lot of reviews on these boxes, but since I had to actually move it in my garage since we're moving, I decided, well, you know what, I'll do a review of one that's actually loaded up, and I mean loaded up with stuff. It was very easy to move. Well, as easy as moving 3,000 pounds probably could be on wheels. But other than that, I will say that this box has been absolutely flawless. I haven't had any issues at all. I'm not a professional mechanic, but I do quite a bit of wrenching on my own race car and on other things. And I figured I'd give you guys an idea of what I have in here and how much weight this box actually is capable of holding. So I'll take you through it real quick and give you an idea. Here we go. Okay, here it is. It's the U.S. General. You can see it's the older U.S. General on the bottom, and then the newer, but not quite the Series 2 top box. 56-inch box. You'll have to excuse me, I'm doing this with my phone, so it's probably not going to be the best video, but here we go. I know a lot of people complain about the top being very shallow for sockets, so I put wrenches in there. So quite a few of my wrenches are all on the top, as you can see. And then what didn't fit in there all went in the top drawer here. Yeah, I got a lot of wrenches, probably more than I need to have. So you go down to the next drawer, and there's some files, a couple other chisel-y type things, and some other miscellaneous tools, some pry bars, and such in that drawer. And I know people have said they've had problems with the latches breaking. It's like, you know, if you realize you have to use the latch to open it, you know, it should last for quite some time. I've had these for quite some time with no problems. This is all hammers and chisels and stuff, all in this drawer. But you can see this thing is packed. There's a gentleman who did a video on the wobbliness of these drawers, where you can put an extra rivet in and it tightens it up a bit. At some point I'll probably do that, or I'm just telling you I'm going to do that, and I probably won't. I've never had any issues with it. Again, you have all sorts of stuff in this drawer. It's kind of a miscellaneous drawer. Quite a bit of stuff in there though. Go off to the sides on the top, and this is basically just all brushes of some sort and scrapers and stuff. And then the next one down, you have some specialty tools. In this drawer, pretty much just all oil filter, miscellaneous oil filter stuff, and a set of Blue Point snap ring pliers. Then you have a drawer with basically electrical things in it. My code reader, and also a camera, and as many of the free multimeters that I got. And then we'll go down to this bottom drawer. Now it would be nice if this was a full-size drawer going all the way across, because as you can see, it's jam-packed. I don't want to guess what this drawer weighs, but it weighs quite a bit. It is the dual slide drawer, and I'm sure I'm probably at or very near the capacity of this drawer. And you can see it still slides quite nicely, no problems. Get down to this drawer, have some larger ratchets, 3/4 inch stuff, all my torque wrenches. These are from Canada, Mastercraft. These are great little sets. They're hex bit and Torx bit sets. Very nice stuff. And then some breaker bars and longer extensions. And some hex bit, some of the Harbor Freight hex bit extended sockets. And we get down into screwdrivers. I have SKs that I've had for probably 30 years. These are great screwdrivers. And then I bought some of those Quins. They seem to be a pretty good screwdriver also. And then some nut drivers, Torx drivers, screwdriver type stuff, and a couple of empty bins here with some just miscellaneous stuff in it. Always nice to have a little space for small stuff. Then we get down to pliers and such, channel locks, all this type of stuff. But as you can see, there's a lot of stuff in this toolbox. It's pretty jam-packed. Then we got a drawer full of air tools, all sorts of air tools. Pretty much every air tool. Quite a bit of stuff in here. And again, this is a dual slide drawer, and it weighs quite a bit. Then on the bottom, I have a lot of blow molded stuff in here, all sorts of sockets and specialty tools. I know this is for my wife's old Mercedes for a strut tool. Probably the only guy on the block who's got one of those kicking around. All sorts of other ball joint. I have all the ball joint stuff, a set of big 3/4 sockets, Pittsburgh Pro stuff, which, if you're not using it every day, and even if you are, I guess they hold up pretty well. Then I have in here, this is all, cutters, drill bits, anything to make a hole or cut something, and is all in here. Torque converter cap for when I send my torque converter out to get freshened up for the race car. More electronic stuff, multimeters, all sorts of testers, dial indicator, measuring tools of such. Kind of a miscellaneous drawer with razor blades and other stuff like that. Everybody's got a miscellaneous drawer. I'm not one to keep like nuts and bolts in my toolbox, though. I know some guys do that, but I don't. And again, all sorts of testers, gauges, nut splitters, all sorts of stuff. Geez, there's even a drum measuring caliper there. I can't tell you the last time I used that, but in quite a few of these Braun lights. These things, if you guys don't have these things are absolutely incredible. You can get them sometimes for $19, this flexible one. It is well worth $19. I actually got one for my wife. She uses it when she reads. It's some really nice stuff for the money. And then in here, I have a couple of small paint guns, larger paint gun, a spot blaster, and a bunch of some of my snap-on compression tester, my Mac oil pressure tester. I tend to buy, when I buy testers, when I buy like testers where the results are very should be very good and very exact, I'll spend a little extra money and buy Snap-on or Mac or something like that. But if it's something that I'm not going to be using every day, or something that I don't need to have the exact precision type instrument. You know, Harbor Freight doesn't work out too bad. It really, there's quite a bit of stuff there that's halfway decent. So that's my toolbox tour. I figured I'd lay that one on you guys and tell you, you know, I've had this box for a long time, and just moving it, it's going to be interesting moving it. I have an enclosed trailer. I'm going to have to put some stuff on the floor. I'm going to obviously take the top off when I move it, and maybe have to take some drawers out because this thing does weigh a lot. I mean, the box itself, I believe the bottom box is somewhere around 525 pounds, and the top somewhere around 250 or so, just the box itself. And there has got to be a couple thousand pounds of tools in this thing, and it does roll. You know, can I tell you it rolls like a Snap-on or a Matco or a Mac would roll if I was using it every day in a diesel shop or something like that, or if I had to move it around? I can't say that. It does roll. I have not had any problems at all with any of the casters. And it's been a really good box for the money. I mean, I think I probably paid $6.99 for the bottom, and somewhere around $400 or something, four and change for the top. So for, you know, a little over $1,000, you couldn't buy a basic starter Snap-on box anywhere near that. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, if you like this video, just hit like, and if you want to subscribe, I'll probably try and start adding a few more. I do have a lot of tools, and I'm kind of been shy to put videos on other than the racing stuff. But hey, you know, if I can help somebody out when it comes to tools, I'm definitely down for doing it. Have a good day, guys. We'll see you.